My ex started a social media campaign about how toxic I was after she left. I didn't respond. I just let her rant. Then her best friend sent me screenshots of her admitting she made it all up. I posted them without comment. Her damage control failed spectacularly. I, 32 male, broke up with my ex-girlfriend, 29, about 6 weeks ago. Relationship lasted 2 years. Lived separately, thank God. The breakup was honestly pretty standard. We'd grown apart, wanted different things, the usual stuff. I initiated it, but it was civil. Or so I thought. About a week after the split, my cousin sent me a screenshot. My ex had posted this massive wall of text on her social media about finally escaping a toxic relationship and healing from emotional abuse. My stomach dropped. I read through it, vague enough to avoid specifics, but clearly about me. Stuff about being controlled, manipulated, gaslit. I didn't respond, didn't comment, didn't post anything. Just watched. Over the next 2 weeks, she posted more. Stories about red flags I ignored. Quotes about narcissists. One particularly brutal post about how I isolated her from friends never happened, and monitored her phone also never happened. Her comment section was full of support. Hearts, fire emojis, you're so brave, men are trash. My phone started blowing up. Friends asking if I was okay. My sister asking what the hell happened. Even got a DM from her cousin checking if the stuff she was posting was real. I told everyone the same thing. We broke up. It happens. I'm not getting into it publicly. My best friend was losing his mind. Bro, you gotta defend yourself. She's making you sound like a psycho. Nah, I said, let her cook. People who know me, know me. The rest don't matter. He thought I was being too zen about it. Maybe I was. But something fell off about her posts. Too performative. Too desperate for attention. Then 3 weeks ago, I got a DM that changed everything. It was from her best friend. They've been tight since college, basically sisters. The message just said, call me. You need to see something. I called. She sounded upset. Look, I can't do this anymore, she said. What she's doing isn't right. What do you mean? The posts. The whole toxic ex thing. It's BS. She's been bragging to me about how many likes she's getting, how people are feeling sorry for her. She literally told me last week that making you look bad was easy content, and her follower count went up by 200. My blood went cold. You're serious. Dead serious. I'm sending you screenshots. She doesn't know I'm doing this, but you didn't do anything she's claiming. I was around you guys all the time. You were actually a really good boyfriend, and she's rewriting history for internet points. The screenshots came through. Private messages between my ex and her best friend. OMG, the engagement on my posts is insane. Might start a whole series about recovering from toxic relationships. LOL. Is it bad that I'm kind of enjoying this? Like finally people are paying attention to me. He's too much of a coward to respond publicly. Probably feels guilty. Good. And the worst one. None of it was that deep, but trauma sells. People eat this stuff up. Already got 3 brands reaching out about partnerships. I sat there staring at my phone for a solid 10 minutes. Why are you sending me this? I asked her friend. Because it's wrong. She's lying. And honestly, I'm done being her echo chamber. We got into it last night because I told her she was going too far and she called me a traitor. So yeah, do what you want with these. I thanked her and hung up. Spent the whole night thinking about it. Part of me wanted to blast the screenshots immediately. But something told me to wait. Be strategic. I saved everything. Backed it up. Then I posted them. No caption. No explanation. Just the screenshots, crystal clear, with her profile picture visible in the messages. Posted them and turned off my phone. Update 1. Holy hell. Did not expect this to blow up like it did. So I posted the screenshots around 8 p.m. on a Thursday. Left my phone off until the next morning. When I turned it back on, I had 200 plus notifications. My post had been shared 89 times, screenshot and reposted all over. My ex's damage control attempts were something else. First, she deleted all her toxic ex posts. Every single one. Gone. Then she posted, taking a break from social media to focus on my mental health. Some people will twist your words, and I'm not engaging with negativity. Too late. Screenshots exist forever. People were posting her old rants side by side with the messages I'd shared. The comments on her mental health break post were brutal. "Girl, we saw the receipts. So you lied about abuse for engagement? Seek help." The audacity to play victim after getting exposed. But she wasn't done. Around noon, she posted again. "So much for that break. I'm getting messages asking about screenshots going around. Those are fake. My ex hacked my account and fabricated conversations. I'm exploring legal action." Her best friend, the one who sent me the screenshots, commented publicly, "They're not fake and you know it. I sent them to him myself. Stop lying." The fallout was immediate. My ex deleted that comment, blocked her best friend, then posted, "It's heartbreaking when people you trust betray you. I'm learning who my real friends are." Her best friend wasn't having it. She made her own post with more screenshots, including ones where my ex talked about milking the breakup for content, and people are so gullible about relationship trauma. That's when things got really weird. My ex's mom called me. Actually called my phone. "You need to take those posts down immediately," she said. "No hello. No how are you. No thanks. You're ruining her life. She's getting death threats. People are attacking her online." Maybe she should have thought about that before lying about me abusing her. She never said abuse. She said toxic. That's different. Is it though? She implied I was controlling and manipulative. That's abuse accusations without saying the word. You're being vindictive. This is harassment. I posted screenshots of her own words. That's not harassment. That's evidence. She sputtered for a minute, then hit me with, "She's struggling with depression. You know how fragile she is. This could push her over the edge." The manipulation attempt was so transparent, it was almost funny. If she's struggling, she should probably log off instead of posting 6 times today, calling me a hacker and a liar. Her mom hung up on me. That same day, I started getting DMs from random people. Some supportive, "Good for you for standing up for yourself." Some weird, "Can I interview you for my podcast about toxic women?" And some straight up hostile. One girl sent me a whole essay about how even if she lied, posting private conversations is a violation of trust and makes you just as bad. I didn't respond to any of them. But my ex wasn't done with her comeback tour. She went on her other best friend's podcast, because of course she has a podcast friend, and told her side. I didn't listen, but my cousin did and sent me the highlights. The screenshots were out of context. She was venting in private and didn't mean it. I was abusive in ways that don't leave evidence. Her ex-best friend was jealous and wanted attention. She's in therapy processing the trauma I caused. The podcast friend ate it up, kept saying stuff like, "Your truth is valid," and abusers always find ways to flip the narrative. The podcast episode got ratioed so hard in the comments that they disabled them. Meanwhile, my life was fine. Weird, but fine. A few people I barely knew unfriended me. But my actual friends, the ones who mattered, had my back. My family knew the truth. My coworkers who followed the drama thought it was insane, but didn't treat me different. I went to my buddy's birthday party that weekend, and someone goes, "Yo, aren't you that guy whose ex made up abuse allegations?" My friend jumped in. "Yeah, and he handled it perfectly. Didn't say a word, just posted the receipts." Savage. I respect it. It was surreal being casually discussed like a minor internet celebrity, but whatever. Then Monday happened. My ex posted a 10-slide Instagram story. Each slide was a different defense. Slide 1. Let's address the elephant in the room. Slide 2. Those screenshots everyone is sharing. Slide 3. I was venting to a friend during an emotional time. Slide 4. My words were taken out of context. Slide 5. Trauma makes you say things you don't mean. Slide 6. My ex violated my privacy by sharing private messages. Slide 7. But I forgive him because hurt people hurt people. Slide 8. I'm choosing to move forward with grace. Slide 9. To everyone who supported me, thank you. Slide 10. I won't be discussing this further. The comments were split. Her remaining supporters were like, "We believe you, Queen," but most people were calling BS. Someone commented, "So you're admitting you said those things, but claiming context makes it okay? Make it make sense." She didn't respond. Update 2. Things escalated in ways I genuinely didn't see coming. So after my ex's 10-slide non-apology, I figured the drama would die down. Wrong. She went full scorched earth. First, she started a burner account. I know it was her because she used the same profile style and speech patterns. This account started posting anonymous tea about me. Stuff like, a guy I know cheated on his GF multiple times but played victim when she exposed him. Men will gaslight you into thinking you're crazy, then act innocent online. Watch out for guys who post screenshots. Classic manipulation tactic. Not subtle at all, but her followers ate it up, sharing it like it was breaking news. Then she got creative. She somehow got my Venmo username. We'd split bills before, and sent me a request for $300 with a note. Emotional damages from your harassment campaign. I declined it. She sent it again, and again, 5 times, each with a different petty note. Therapy bills from your abuse. Compensation for defamation. Pay up or I'm filing a police report. This is your last chance. Lawsuit incoming. I screenshot all of them and posted them with a caption. When the lies don't work, try extortion, I guess. Her response? She claimed I was financially abusing her by refusing to pay. Posted this whole thread about how refusing to compensate victims is a power move abusers use. The mental gymnastics were Olympic level. But here's where it got really messy. She convinced her younger sister to help with what I can only describe as a stalking campaign. Her sister started showing up places I went. Coffee shop I frequent. She's there, taking photos of me, looking unbothered while her sister suffers. Grocery store? Same thing. She even showed up at my buddy's place during a game night and tried to talk sense into me through the door. My friend told her to leave, or he'd call the cops. She posted about being threatened by his enabler friends. I was getting genuinely creeped out, but also fascinated, like watching a slow-motion car crash. Then came the workplace angle, but not the usual way. She didn't contact my job. Instead, she found out where my sister works. They're connected through some mutual acquaintance, and started harassing her. Sent her messages about how I'm dangerous, and she should be careful, and family members of abusers need to hold them accountable. My sister blocked her immediately and told our parents. My dad, who's usually super chill, left her a voicemail that apparently made her cry. Don't know what he said, but knowing my dad, it was probably something devastatingly calm and logical. Her mom called again. Different tactic this time. We need to settle this like adults, she said. Face to face. You, me, and my daughter. Hard pass. She's willing to apologize if you delete the screenshots and admit your role in the breakup being messy. My role? I broke up with her respectfully, and she launched a smear campaign. She's embarrassed. You humiliated her online. She humiliated herself. I just provided evidence. What do you want from her? Money? A public apology? Just tell me what it'll take. The desperation was wild. Like they genuinely thought this was a negotiation. I want nothing. Tell her to stop sending her sister to stalk me, stop the Venmo harassment, and move on with her life. She can't move on when you're still posting about her. I haven't posted about her in 2 weeks. Everything since then has been her continuing the drama. Silence. Then, you're enjoying this. You're a sick person. She hung up. That weekend, my ex tried a different approach. She posted a healing journey update with a photo of her crying, obvious selfie mode, full makeup, good lighting. Caption: sometimes your abuser's friends and family will never believe you. That's okay. I know my truth. I'm learning to find peace in knowing I survived. To anyone going through similar, you're not alone. Your trauma is valid even without proof. The comments were a war zone. Half were supportive, half were calling her out for continuing to play victim after being exposed. But the really wild part? She started a support group for survivors of relationship trauma who were smeared by their abusers. I wish I was joking. She literally created a whole group chat and was recruiting people who'd been through similar situations, positioning herself as some kind of advocate. One of the group members reached out to me, someone who actually had been abused and was genuinely seeking support. She said, I joined thinking it was a real support space, but she just talks about you the whole time and how unfair it is that people believe screenshots over her story. This isn't healing, it's obsession. That member left the group and posted her own call-out. PSA: not everyone who claims to be a survivor is being honest. Some people co-opt real trauma for attention. Do your research before supporting someone's narrative. My ex's response? Accused her of being in league with abusers and blocked her. Then came the lawyer threat. Got an email from some address claiming to be a law firm. Generic template, obvious fake. Threatened legal action for defamation, emotional distress, invasion of privacy, cyberbullying. Demanded I take down all posts and pay $5,000 in damages or face a lawsuit. I Googled the law firm. Didn't exist. The email format was wrong. It was so obviously fake that I almost felt bad for her. I replied, cool. Have your lawyer contact me directly with legitimate letterhead and court filing information. Until then, stop. Never heard back. But she posted about pursuing legal action against my abuser who won't stop harassing me online. When people ask for updates on the lawsuit, she'd just say my lawyer advised me not to discuss it publicly. Sure. The best part? Her engagement was tanking. Posts that used to get 500 plus likes were now getting 40 to 50, mostly from her hardcore defenders. Her follower count dropped by over 1,000. Brands that had reached out ghosted her after the screenshot drama. She went from rising micro-influencer to cautionary tale in 6 weeks. Meanwhile, I'm just living. Went to a concert. Started seeing someone new, keeping it very private. Focused on work. The drama became background noise. I check occasionally for entertainment value. My ex posted last week, taking a real break from social media this time, protecting my peace from toxic energy. She lasted 4 days before posting a selfie with the caption, "New month, new energy, same me, just wiser." The delusion is terminal. Update 3, final. It's been about 2 months since this whole mess started. Time to wrap this up because honestly, the story's basically over. My ex's real social media break lasted exactly 9 days. She came back with a rebrand. New profile aesthetic, new bio healing, growing, thriving, butterfly, and a post about closing old chapters. No mention of me. No mention of the drama. Just vibes and quotes about self-love. I thought maybe she'd finally moved on. Nope. She just went underground with it. Started subtweeting constantly. Posts like, "Crazy how people believe lies just because they're posted publicly. Your truth doesn't need validation from people who weren't there." Sometimes the villain in someone else's story is actually the hero of their own. Everyone knew what she was talking about. The comments were either people asking her to move on or her defenders saying, "We know, sis, we know." But the really interesting development? Her friend group imploded. Turns out, she'd been talking trash about most of her friends in those same private messages. Her ex-best friend, the one who sent me the screenshots, posted a thread exposing how my ex would talk about people behind their backs while being sweet to their faces. Compete with other women constantly. Use people for social climbing. Drop friends who weren't useful anymore. She included receipts. Screenshots of my ex calling one friend boring, another one desperate for male attention, another one trying too hard to be relatable. Her entire friend circle turned on her in less than a week. Suddenly, all these people were sharing their own stories about how fake she was. Girls she'd been friends with for years were posting, "Wish I'd seen the red flags sooner," and "Glad the trash took itself out." My ex tried to do damage control again. Posted some cryptic thing about people showing their true colors when you're going through hard times. Someone commented, "Girl, you showed your true colors when you lied about your ex for Instagram likes." She deleted the whole post. Then her mom went nuclear. Made a Facebook post defending her daughter against bullies and haters and people who don't understand trauma. Tagged me in it. My mom saw it and lost it. Made her own post. Interesting how some parents enable their children's lies instead of teaching them accountability. My son was falsely accused of abuse, and when he provided evidence proving otherwise, he's still being harassed. Maybe focus on raising an honest daughter instead of attacking people online. Boom. My mom doesn't play. Her mom deleted the post and blocked my whole family. The workplace stuff finally caught up with my ex too. Not through me. I never contacted her job, but her coworkers had been following the drama. Someone from her office reached out to me. Not sure I should have engaged, but curiosity won. Hey, I work with your ex. Just wanted you to know everyone here has been side-eyeing her since the screenshots came out. She keeps trying to play victim at work too, talking about her abusive ex during lunch breaks. Most of us just nod and change the subject now. Her credibility is shot. I didn't respond, but it was validating to know even her coworkers weren't buying it. Last week, my ex made a post that I think was supposed to be profound but came off desperate. I've learned that sometimes you can be 100% honest about your experience, and people still won't believe you. That's okay. I'm at peace with my truth. I don't need anyone's validation anymore. Just me, my healing, and my growth. Folded hand sparkles. The comments were mostly crickets. A few loyal defenders. But the engagement was dead. She went from 3,500 followers to 2,100. Her posts average 30 likes now. The brand partnerships she was bragging about never happened. Turns out companies Google people before working with them, and her Google results are rough. As for me, I'm good. Actually better than good. The girl I started seeing is cool. She knows the whole story, thinks it's insane, but doesn't define me by it. We're taking things slow. Work's going well. Got a promotion last month. My boss actually mentioned in the review that I handled external drama with professionalism, which I guess means the story reached my office, but didn't hurt me. My ex-girlfriend's former best friend and I got coffee last week. Just friendly, nothing weird. She apologized again for not speaking up sooner. I knew she was exaggerating for attention, but I didn't realize she'd go full fabrication mode, she said. Why'd you finally send me the screenshots? I asked. Because I was tired of being complicit. And honestly, she was getting too comfortable with lying. It was only going to get worse. We talked for a while. She said my ex had burned pretty much every bridge in her life and was now mostly hanging out with people who didn't know her before all this. She still talks about you, she mentioned. Seriously? Yeah. Still calls you manipulative. Still insists she was the victim. The narrative's just for a smaller audience now. That's the thing about people like my ex. They don't actually learn. They just adjust. I don't think she'll ever admit she was wrong. Not publicly, probably not even privately. She's too invested in the victim story. It's become her entire identity. And you know what? That's a problem now. I stopped checking her profiles about 3 weeks ago. Blocked her, her mom, her sister, the whole crew. They don't exist in my world anymore. Someone asked me last week if I regret posting the screenshots. Nah, not even a little. She tried to destroy my reputation based on lies. Called me abusive, manipulative, controlling. None of it true. She could have just not done that. Could have processed the breakup privately like a normal person. But she chose to weaponize social media for attention and sympathy. She made it public. I just made sure the truth was public too. The consequences she faced, losing friends, losing credibility, losing her influencer dreams, those all came from her own actions. I didn't make her lie. I didn't make her double down when confronted. I didn't make her harass my family or send fake legal threats. She did all that herself. I just refused to let her lies stand unchallenged. And honestly, the whole experience taught me something valuable. Sometimes the best response to crazy isn't matching the energy. It's staying calm, collecting receipts, and letting people show who they really are. My ex showed everyone exactly who she is. And no amount of crying selfies or healing journey posts can undo that. I'm moving forward. She's stuck in a loop of her own making. That's consequence enough. Final thing, if you're going through something similar, my advice is simple. Don't engage with the crazy. Don't match their energy. Just document everything and trust that the truth comes out eventually. People who lie always slip up. Always. You don't have to fight every battle. Sometimes you just have to present the facts and let them speak. And then, let go and live your life. That's what I'm doing. Drama's over. Chapter's closed. Time to focus on what actually matters. Peace.